For a lot of Canadian parents, going back to work can create a surprising question. After taxes and daycare, how much of that salary do you actually keep? So today, we're putting a $90,000 salary through the lab check. We'll subtract taxes, CPP, EI, childcare costs, and account for the childcare deduction, and then compare the results against $60,000, $90,000, and $100,000 salaries. And there's one part many parents get wrong. Your Canada Child Benefit doesn't immediately change when your paycheck goes up. So, let's find out what actually survives the lab check. Let's set up the exact scenario on screen and hold it for our baseline. Parent B, $90,000 employment income. Parent A, returning parent. Evaluating $60,000, $90,000, or $100,000 return to work salaries. Children, one child in a regulated Canada-wide early learning and childcare space. When a parent returns to work, how much of that salary does the household actually keep after everything is paid for? Let's trace the money step by step. First, your gross salary takes an immediate hit from federal and provincial income taxes, as well as employment insurance and pension plan premiums. Second, you subtract your actual monthly childcare expenses. For our lab check, we're using a specific provincial regulated childcare cost rather than a national average. And that's important because if you're stuck on a wait list or paying full market rates at a non-enrolled facility, the math can change dramatically. Third, what about the Canada Child Benefit? Many parents assume that the moment they start earning an income again, their government child benefit payments drop immediately. But that's the child benefit timing trap. Why your benefits don't change this month. Today's paycheck does not equal today's child benefits. Your benefits don't instantly reset based on today's income. The child benefit calculation uses your adjusted family net income from the previous tax year. So a change in income today generally affects your benefit later, not immediately. Fourth, you have to account for the childcare expense deduction. Eligible childcare expenses can reduce your taxable income, but the deduction isn't a dollar-for-dollar tax reimbursement. A $10,000 childcare expense does not mean a $10,000 tax refund. And in most cases, the deduction is claimed by the lower net income spouse. There's also another interaction. Because an eligible childcare deduction can reduce the income used in certain benefit calculations, it can affect income-tested benefits later. Now, let's look at what the calculator actually reveals when we run the numbers across our scenarios. The salary comparison, testing $60,000, $90,000, and $100,000 return to work salaries to reveal the exact net cash flow payoff for the household. The stress test, running a separate scenario for a $90,000 salary with 2 children in care to see how the additional childcare costs alter the math. Finally, we have to look beyond today's cash flow. The question isn't simply, does my salary cover daycare? The real question is, what is the financial value of staying employed after considering today's cash flow and tomorrow's income? That means factoring in future salary growth, continuing pension plan contributions, employer pension accumulation, additional retirement savings, plan contribution room from earned income, and maintaining career momentum, while childcare costs eventually drop as children age. So, after taxes, daycare, benefits, and deductions, how much of that $90,000 salary actually makes it back into the household? And at what salary does going back to work really start to pay off? Let's look at the numbers right here on the screen. At a $60,000 return to work salary, after taxes, CPP, EI, and regulated childcare costs, our lab check leaves the household with roughly $31,200 in additional annual cash flow. At our baseline $90,000 salary, that increases to roughly $43,500 in additional annual cash flow. And at $100,000, you're looking at approximately $47,800 in additional annual cash flow. So, within this specific scenario, going from $60,000 to $90,000 doesn't just mean a bigger salary on paper, it means roughly $12,300 more per year actually making it into the household after these costs. And going from $90,000 to $100,000 adds another roughly $4,300. But here's where it gets really interesting. Take that same $90,000 salary and add a second child in regulated care. Now that roughly $43,500 of additional household cash flow drops to about $24,100 in the first year. That's a difference of almost $19,400. And this is exactly why looking at the salary alone can be misleading. A $90,000 salary doesn't have one universal financial value. The value depends on your tax situation, childcare costs, number of children in care, benefits, and where your family is in the childcare cycle. So, what's the takeaway? Even after taxes and significant childcare expenses, returning to work can still produce positive cash flow for the household in this scenario. But the size of that payoff can change dramatically depending on your salary and childcare situation. And there's one more important point. This lab check is looking primarily at today's cash flow. It doesn't fully capture what happens over the next 10, 20, or 30 years, because staying employed can also mean future salary growth, pension accumulation, additional retirement savings contribution room, employer retirement benefits, and continued career progression, while your children get older and childcare costs eventually fall. So the real question isn't simply, does my salary cover daycare? The better question is, how much financial value does staying employed create for my family? Not just this year, but over the next 10, 20, or 30 years? Because that $90,000 salary isn't just a paycheck. It's potentially years of earnings, pension contributions, raises, savings, and career growth. And that's the part that a daycare bill can't show you. So if you're a Canadian parent trying to decide whether going back to work makes financial sense, don't just compare salary versus daycare. Look at the entire financial picture. If this breakdown helped you see how the pieces fit together, hit subscribe for more evidence-based money strategies for Canadians.